I think after all the running around we did in Boston, it's fair to say that we're well and truly over everything that the Black Stars did, and our concentration is getting 100% off to what we need to do next, what Ghana needs to do next to reach the next stage of the competition. So much has been said about Carlos Queiroz. So much has been said about the brilliance of Jonas Ajete and Jerome Opoku in the middle of the pack. So much has been said about how Ben Thomas Partey managed to focus on the football and play an incredibly good game for Ghana. So much has been said, you have to say, about why Ghana should have had a penalty. I actually saw a petition, even though you know how these things end, it ends up in nothing. And I would imagine that it's scant consolation for Ghana as well, that a lot of the English themselves, a lot of their pundits, Ian Wright and the rest, actually feel that England got away with one. But the thing with football is that what happened in your last game means absolutely nothing, 200% nothing, absolutely nothing if you can't back it up. It means absolutely nothing if you are not able to build on that result. Effectively, nothing in life exemplifies you are as good as your last effort, you're as good as your last game, you're as good as your last paper, you're as good as your last conversation, you're as good as your last task as work than football. So to put this in proper perspective, the Black Stars are mighty close to a place in the next round of the competition, in the knockout phase. Ghana has done this twice in previous World Cups in 2006 and in 2010. But in 2014, we all know what happened. It was an absolute shambles. Ghana went into the final game needing to win against Portugal and then ended up losing 3-2 with some comical defending. Then in 2022, 4 years ago, Ghana went into the final game against Uruguay, knowing that a win, or potentially even a draw, would have seen them through. And what did the Black Stars do? Missed a penalty, conceded poor goals. Overall, one of the worst World Cup games you will see the Black Stars play. And I hope that these things are a reminder to the team that nothing is sealed, nothing is guaranteed. But don't mind me. I think it's fair to say we are through to the next stage of the competition. I think it's fair to say with 4 points, it's highly unlikely that we will let this slip at this stage, especially when you look at the permutations of the other countries that could catch us. We could get a clearer picture as everything goes. But I'll try and pull out what the other ones mean. Effectively, by the rules as outlined by FIFA, a simple rule for who gets through to the next stage of the competition. 1, top 2 in every group determined by points. 2, the top 8 third place teams. And to get a fair sense of what the top 8 third place teams are, I kind of like to go to the live score app, and that gives you a better understanding of what the places on the teams are at the moment. So if you take Group A, which was completed on Friday, last night, on Wednesday night. Remarkable effort, by the way, by South Africa to be able to get through to the next stage. What an outstanding job Hugo Bruce is doing. You know, remember him beating Ghana to win to get through to the 2017 Nations Cup, and then eventually making sure that Bafana are through to their first knockout phase in their history. They couldn't even do that when they were hosts. So South Africa finished second in Group A. They finished on 4 points. And in the same Group A, South Korea finished on 3 points. It means that as far as Ghana is concerned, with the best third place team, Ghana is ahead of South Korea in that ranking. The other group that is completed for sure, it is Group B, Switzerland, Canada, both on 4 points. And then there is Bosnia-Herzegovina, who beat Qatar 3-1 on Wednesday, and Bosnia, another of the teams who are on 4 points as well. Same level of points as Ghana, so they potentially could be one of the teams then pitching for one of the top 8 places, top 8 third place teams with Ghana, just in case the Black Stars finish in third, and they are on -1 goal difference, and the goal difference is important for a reason. Group C is finished as well. And you have Brazil and Morocco both finishing on 7 points. Scotland, third in the group, finished on 3 points. So it means that if the ranking of top place, third place teams are done, Ghana at the moment ahead of Scotland and ahead of South Korea. But there are a number of other groups that are not finished. Group D, Group E, Group F, Group G, Group H, Group I, Group J, Group K are all not finished. So 6 groups are all not finished, which means there could be different results that could impact. But at least we know that at the moment, 2 teams that have finished third cannot catch Ghana. 2 teams that have finished third cannot catch Ghana. As far as the other groups are concerned, so in the USA group, Paraguay are on 3 points at the moment. Depending on what happens in Paraguay's game against Australia, if they get a point, they go on 4. If they win, they go on 6 points. But also, if they win, it means that at no point would Australia be able to go past 3 points. So whatever happens in that game, and especially because it's between Paraguay and Australia. But if it's a draw, then both teams finish on 4 points. It means that there is at least another of the teams in the team that could reach there. Ecuador are playing against Germany, and Ecuador win will take them to 4 points. Ivory Coast at the moment on 3 points. Ivory Coast play Curacao, and if Ivory Coast win, they finish on 6 points. So whatever happens, Ecuador could be a threat. Essentially, there are a number of teams who could then maybe finish in the same spot as the Black Stars. But 4 points, I can bet my last password, it's really good for Ghana if the Black Stars are to progress into the next round of competition. And the other fascinating thing is that, how do you call it? The whatever happens in the group, however Ghana finishes, because I think we're operating on the assumption that Ghana will get through to the next stage. The Black Stars, whether they finish second, whether they finish third, could face one of Carlos Queiroz's former side. So they could meet either Portugal or Colombia in the knockout stage. And Queiroz coached Portugal to the second round of the World Cup in 2010. And then he coached Colombia between 2019 and 2020. The only way the Black Stars can avoid a round of 32 game with any of these two sides is if the Black Stars finish top of the group. And how do the Black Stars finish top of the group? They have to beat Croatia and have to hope that England do not win their game against Panama. We have to basically beat Colombia convincingly and hope that England do not win. Because England at the moment have a better goal difference by virtue of how strong they were against Croatia. They completely battered Colombia against Croatia, completely battered them, whilst we scored just 1 goal. So England have a healthier goal difference. There is no head-to-head because our game with them ended in a draw. So to avoid a round of 32 showdown with Portugal or Colombia, the Black Stars must win the group. And to win the group, the Black Stars must beat Croatia convincingly and hope that England draw their game. If England win, it's curtains in that regard. Whatever happens, it should be fascinating. Now, and the other thing to keep an eye on is that if Ghana finishes second in the group, Ghana's next game will take place in Toronto, which could mean no Thomas Partey. But if the Black Stars finish third in the group, it means that the Black Stars will stay in the United States of America. But whether second or third, the Black Stars of Ghana will face either Colombia or Portugal. It will be a meeting between Carlos Queiroz and another of his former sides. At the moment, the Black Stars are in second place. The Black Stars play against Croatia, second place on 4th. The Black Stars looking pretty strong for one of the top 8 third place teams. I think it's almost definite that we'll go into the next round. And the next round fixture, if the Black Stars finish in second place, will mean a trip to Toronto, which will mean no Thomas Partey as well. But if the Black Stars finish third, it will mean the Black Stars stay here in the United States. Difficult choices. The team will go to Philadelphia later today on Thursday, do all their match day -1 activity on Friday, including the final open training sessions, the final press conference. We'll bring you the absolute thoughts of everybody involved, including Coach Carlos Queiroz. And then afterwards, it is showtime in Philadelphia on Saturday. Massive, massive game.